Hi, it's Hans at ahappierman.com. Today's topic is it's simple but not easy. My website is allhappierman.com, so I've got a lot of articles about how I've raised myself from a pretty unhappy guy up to a very, very high level of happiness. And I've gone from real meager, poor circumstances to much, much better. And what I wanted to say about that is all the steps I did were very, very simple to do, but they weren't easy to do. Right? You have to differentiate between simple and easy. Simple meaning there is a solution to your problems, and they're probably fairly simple to do to get to the solution, but it's not easy to do so. So, I have my book on my website called Leave Your Wife and Become a Happier Man with a 3-Step System. It's on the website at ahappierman.com. And the simple solution when you're in a bad marriage is to get divorced. It's simple. There are divorce attorneys. The process is well laid out. There's many, many people who've gone through it. You can ask for information from. It's simple to do, but it's just not easy to do. There's still an enormous societal pressure on you, men and women, to stay married, even in the worst of circumstances. So it's not easy to get past that. And it's especially not easy if you're living with a bad spouse who mistreats you. Your mind has basically been kind of beaten up, so you've lost what maybe little self-confidence and self-esteem you had. So you in your state of mind don't think the simple solution. You think, man, everything is so blasted hard, I can't do anything about this. I'm just gonna have to stick out the rest of my life with this lady, and even though she clearly doesn't love me and clearly spends most of her time mistreating me, and I've got no chance of a good life. Again, the simple solution is to leave her, but it isn't easy because your mind is saying that it's not, right? That it isn't simple, that your condition is different, that your situation is different. It's not easy to get to. You got to differentiate simple and easy. Talk about maybe jobs. Well, you go to a job and you really don't like it. You hate being there. You can't stand where the job is located. You don't like the people. It's very, very difficult for you. At times it's boring. At times it's so unbelievably difficult. You got to work all the time. You're worried about getting laid off. There's so many things that can go wrong with the job. The simple solution is to get a different job, right? The simple solution is to get a different job, not negotiate for better conditions or unionize or work within trying to make it better. The simple solution is to get a different job, but it isn't easy to get another job. See, that's why people don't do it. The answers are simple. It's the effort involved in getting somewhere. But see, this is your life, isn't it? You have to expect that it won't be easy. That easiness, trying to find a path of ease for your life, it rarely works out. You're better off just buckling down and saying that pretty much everything you do is going to take considerable effort on your part. once you realize that, then life becomes simpler, because you know that whatever good stuff, good circumstances, good experiences happen to you is because of your effort. Not that anybody's handing you anything. I mean, at times people may hand you something here and there, right? But that's kind of rare, and you'll appreciate it when it happens, but let's just call it, it's kind of rare, right? It's kind of rare. You're better off just saying, you know what, if I want my life to be great, and I would argue you do, I mean, why wouldn't you? I, myself, am going to put forth enormous effort in the making it so. And you'll find that the people with the lives that you would like to have, some elements and experiences of their lives, you'll find that they put forth enormous effort into making their lives great. And along the way, you know, the better their lives are, the more they may hand, you know, other people some good things. But you're mostly concerned with making your life great, and then you can hand people what you deem is appropriate. But if you get to the idea, man, it's not easy at all. It's not easy to leave your wife and start over. Was it easy for me to leave my 2 children behind and to walk away from a massive house in the suburbs and the people we knew as a couple and the in-laws and the relationships I had and the bulk of all the money I'd made up to that point, right? And the idea of wanting to be a married man and live out my days with a nice wife who loved me. That wasn't easy. That wasn't easy at all. And to change jobs, even after that, I changed jobs 3 times. Each time was very, very difficult. Lot of effort starting over. Starting over, it isn't easy. But if you can get that idea of, I don't want it to be easy, out of your head. I mean, if you can get the idea of it's going to be easy out of your head, it becomes simpler, because you know you've got to put forth enormous effort to make your life better. Everything good is difficult. Don't really let anybody say it isn't to you. You know, I do run across different things about saying, well, if you just shift your mindset and start behaving in a different manner, better circumstances will come to you. Well, that's good. That's true up to a point, but to change your being, how you act and react and interact with people, to something else, that takes work in itself. You know, before the year 2012, I could never talk into a camera like this. I couldn't get up in front of 100 people or more, which I've done in the past, and talk about even the things I was best at, right? I was too shy, I was too withdrawn, I was too self-conscious, I had no self-esteem, and it took effort on my part in order to do it. And now that I'm doing it, it seems easy now, but then it wasn't. So the simple part was, well, to volunteer to give a talk and start putting the talk together, and then practice it in front of other people and have them criticize it at length to make me better at it, and to keep doing it and doing it and doing it. You see what I mean? It was simple, to get up and give a talk to somebody. It's simple, but it isn't easy, because you got to practice, you got to have something to say, you want to become really good at whatever you're talking about, or have the ability to just keep talking about a subject long enough for it to sink into the people you're talking to. And I keep going back to my marriage, because I think a lot of guys are stuck in a bad marriage and they see no way out. You might be in where I was, where you kind of wish that you would die. You kind of wish that she would die, right? You kind of wish that maybe she'd leave and you wouldn't have to do the leaving. You think that it'll be better for you if she leaves. Probably not. Probably not. When you get a divorce, you're going to take a good financial beating. Everything, the way we're living up to that point, is going to be totally different. The good news is, when you're not married to somebody you really don't want to be married to, your whole life opens up to something fantastic. I wouldn't be worried about that at all. There's so much more opportunity for a great life when you're not married. I mean, you may even want to get married again someday, after a pause and a time out from being married. But the answer to everything is to consider that there's simple solutions to almost every problem you have, as long as you're willing to put in the effort and don't think it's easy.